Welcome to From Center Ice, the podcast. This is Courtney, and today I have a special guest with me, Jonny Rockford.
Hello!
How's it going?
It's going all right. Recovering from a sickness, but otherwise I'm doing all right.
Ugh, that's no fun.
No, it's not, but it's fine. It's all fine.
At least you're on the upswing.
Yeah, definitely the back half. It was bad. It was definitely worse a week ago, but yeah. On the upswing. Excited to talk about some hockey.
Heck yeah. Let's do some background. How long have you been a hockey fan?
People are going to call me a front runner, but about 1999 when the Ice Hogs came. I also live in Rockford.
Okay.
That's where I get my name, obviously. But
NHL,
it's crazy, right? But
yeah.
2009 is when I started getting into like the Blackhawks hockey side of things. I hated the Detroit Red Wings Western Conference Final Series. That haunts me. And then I started watching the full season before they won the Cup in 2009, 2010. So became a huge hockey fan in 2013 after the lockout because I was just so starving for hockey that I just started watching any game I could. And now I watch as many games as I can. So...
Yeah, I had to watch the Chicago Wolves during the lockout because I was living in Chicago at the time, and They were on the local channel there. Yeah, so I could watch them on the TV. Yep, that's the one.
Yep.
Oh,
I hate their broadcast team. They used to bring their stupid studio, and they had like a portable studio they would bring to the Ice Hog games when I used to work there.
Yeah, so you worked for the Ice Hogs.
Yes, I did. For 5 years. I was an intern for 2 of them, and then an part-time assistant for 3 of them.
Super cool. Super cool. I became a season ticket holder for the, 16-17 season, I want to say was the first year.
I was there for that.
That's so crazy.
That was... the last year of Teddy Dent.
Yes it was.
Mm-hmm.
Ted.
Wasn't that the worst record the Ice Hogs had had? I'm pretty sure
something like that.
Which is why you
Ted
got
Dent,
let go.
Mark McNeil. Oh, the old crew.
Oh, Mark McNeil. I have some stories, but I won't talk about them here.
Oh.
I think I might have talked about it on my podcast.
Maybe we'll have to do a separate episode about the rumor mill around the Ice Hogs.
Maybe not. I do have a Mark McNeil story that's pretty funny, but that's not what we're talking about today, correct?
Correct. Today we have jersey talk because the NHL just revealed their reverse retro jerseys for the 20/21 season, which is basically just the 2021 season at this point because they're not playing before January 1st.
Thank God, because saying 2020-2021 season was going to give me an aneurysm. So,
seriously, because you have to. So much goes into it. Just the 2021 season. Maybe it'll work out as good as the lockout shortened season did in 13 for the.
I hope so. To be honest, I prefer the shortened schedule. I feel 82 games is a little too many. But I'm a football fan too. I like how every game is essentially real important. And obviously if you lose one and you could bounce back, but you start losing 2 or 3 and it's like, now you're in trouble.
It's like 2 different ends of the spectrum. You have 16 games in football and then 82 in hockey.
Yeah, but they had 48 in 2013.
In the AHL. Yeah.
And that just seemed like the perfect number for hockey. You played your division opponents twice and every other opponent in the West once or something.
I believe that's how it went.
3-1.
Yeah.
And then no Eastern Conference, which that kind of sucks, but I feel like it works better.
I don't know. Like, I get it. I get the idea of a shortened season, but I just want all hockey all the time. So I'm like, no, you cannot take any games away from me. I need all of the games.
Typically, I'd agree with you, but after the super long playoff run we had, I kind of got burned out by the end. By the time Dallas and Tampa Bay were going at it, I was like, granted,
that's true, but
I didn't care about either team. So that kind of,
yeah.
I think it's I was rooting for both of them because I didn't hate both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's better that Boston was in there last year because I had somebody to root against. Granted, they were playing the Blues, so I also wanted to root against, but I hated Boston more. But and then the year before that, I just really wanted Vegas to win. I don't hate the Capitals.
I really wanted the Caps to win. I wanted Ovi to get his cup, and he did finally.
I am glad he got his cup. Like he deserved one of his generation. He deserved it the most.
Absolutely, it would have been cool to see Vegas get it their first year, but I mean they need to suffer like the rest of us. So
I just think it would have been funny if they would have won the Stanley Cup in 1 year when the Blues hadn't won one in 50 years. Granted, now that's all really ruined, but
I know. Let's see. Who are the only teams left without a cup? Is it Columbus, Nashville,
San Jose,
Vegas,
Seattle? If you want to include them, they're not even really a team yet. I think every other team. Winnipeg has never won one.
Does that go back to the original Jets era?
I believe so. I don't think Arizona's won one either. Yeah, no, they haven't because they only got to they've only been in playoffs not even that many times, right?
We don't talk about 2012.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like the farthest they've ever gotten.
We don't talk about that year. That's such a bad year for so many different reasons.
Yeah,
and it all started with that fucking Rafi Torres hit on Hossa. I'll never be over it.
Nope, me either. Hossa's the man,
and then Mike Smith going down like he was shot. Ugh. And then Blackhawks fans never forgiving Crawford for that one playoff run, even though he won 2 cups after that. Don't even get me started. I hate 2012. I hate fuck Mike Smith. He is the reason for all of my troubles, is Mike Smith.
Have the Florida Panthers won a cup yet? I want to say no.
I want to say no, but part of my brain is like saying yes. Let's see. Let me Google this real quick.
Oh, Ottawa technically haven't either. And Ottawa Senators team won, but not this current rendition.
Nope, the Panthers do not.
That's what I figured.
Does Vancouver? They must.
No, they do not.
They don't?
Nope. There's still quite a few, actually, that have never won a cup. That's surprising. The NFL is only at like 3 or 4 now.
Do they?
Like it's the Lions, the Browns. If we're just talking Super Bowls, the Lions, the Browns, the Vikings, the Bills, Jaguars, the Texans, and I think that's it. Bengals.
Huh.
Chargers. Never mind. It's about the same. Start rattling off like 3 more.
Right. That's just so crazy to me. But I guess in the era of Tom Brady, he kind of took over those.
It's just the Patriots dynasty or
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about football. We're talking hockey. We're talking about jerseys. I'm excited to get into these.
I don't even know how we digressed that far. Anyway.
Because we're friends, and that's what friends do. We go on our whole little different path.
This is true. So we met like roughly a little over a year ago, right?
Yep, we met. Brandon introduced us through the wonderful world of EA Sports NHL. Was it 19 or was it 20 by this point? I don't remember.
It would have been 20.
Yeah.
Since 6.
Yeah. Because me and Brandon were struggling to find people to play with us. This is before Declan. This is before Thompson. Ted, I believe, had already joined us, but he was still on and off. And so he invited you.
Yeah.
And then we played.
He works for the Ice Hogs still, so he knew me from being a season ticket holder.
He got the job.
I don't even know how it came up that I played, but he said I should play with you guys, so
yeah,
I logged on, and now we have endless nights of frustration playing EASHL.
Yeah, Brandon only got that job because of me, so just gonna throw that out there. Because I started, I didn't really get in my background of working there. I started in 2013, so right after the Blackhawks won the cup.
Oh, nice.
I've got to touch the cup twice. I got to kiss it once. That was fun.
Oh,
and then,
beautiful.
I guess we'll go down memory lane again real quick before we really get into the bulk of this podcast.
Yes, might as well.
I was an intern working for free And so I had to do more than just my own job. For game ops, they were short a couple people a few games, so I had to go help with the hog head. Which if you haven't been to an Ice Hogs game, first of all, what the hell? Second of all,
yeah, right.
They come out of this big giant inflatable hammy hog head, and it takes like 6 to 7 to 8 people to actually do it, and they had like 4 that day, so they needed me. There was one time where I couldn't make it, so I invited Brandon to come down because he was at every game. He essentially had season tickets because I gave him my tickets every week or every game.
Okay.
And so I introduced him to Fritz. He had to sign waivers and stuff every time, but he did it, and he almost killed somebody the second time.
Oh, jeez.
Which was fun. But then Fritz offered him
Sounds
the internship. Right. Here we are, 6 seasons later? Well, potentially 7. And he's still there.
Wow.
So,
all thanks to you.
Yep. And then, so technically, I probably would have met you eventually anyway. But because I was at all the Hog Talks when they were doing that too, so I assume you would have went to a couple of those.
I've actually never been to a Hog Talk.
I don't think they recorded them the last couple of years. I know they didn't record them the last time I went. I think it was only audio, but we used to record them and then edit them and put them on TV the next day, which was rough because I had to do it, and we would get done. It would be at 7, and I had to record it, get home by 8, start importing everything, edit it, add the intros, add commercial breaks. I didn't really add the commercial breaks, but every segment, add credits, add music. My laptop was not great at that at the time.
Oh no.
And my computer has sucked for years, so it took every night I would get done at about 2 a.m. and this is before I worked nights. I worked mornings. So I was like dead tired by the time I got done. I would just like render it, kind of like get all, probably take a shower, brush my teeth, do all my night stuff.
Yeah.
Half the time I would come back to find out that it stopped rendering, so I'd have to re-render
it.
And then by the time I got done rendering at like 2:30, I'd had to upload it, and that took even longer, so I would just start uploading, fall asleep, and then wake up the next morning and pray to God that it actually uploaded. Which I think all but one time it uploaded.
Nice. Nice.
Luckily, they were just like, just bring it the next day. Just put on a flash drive and bring it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, which is funny because I used to have to take it to Wiffer, and now I work at WTVO. So.
Woo! Yay for local news stations.
Yay for the one local news station. Your home team.
Eyewitness News. Shameful plug.
Had to.
Or shameless.
Yeah, there you go. Shameless.
Depends on the day. I like to go shameful plug. At least that's what I call my own plug.
Shameless is a good show, at least.
It is a good show.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about jerseys. I'm tired.
So let's dive into those before we digress too much further.
Yeah.
So the NHL, like I said, released their reverse retro jerseys today, and both you and I are big jersey fans.
Absolutely.
And like to maybe spend too much money on them, but it's fine.
If you ask Brandon, who we've already talked about, he thinks I should sell all of mine, and I say, no.
Yeah, to which I said I would sell my body before I sold my jerseys. So
probably same.
They're very important, okay? They're very important.
I mean, they're useful. Like they're clothes, like you need clothes. You can wear multiple to keep warm. They're essential.
They are. Just like essential businesses, they are essential clothing items.
Exactly.
So we'll just go in alphabetical order for these, since that seems to make the most sense.
That works.
And give our feelings about them. So, of course, first up is the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, man.
They went back to their Wild Wing jerseys.
Yeah. And
what do you think?
They are terrible in all the best ways possible. These are exactly... I feel these are exactly what reverse retro was supposed to be. Like this and the Arizona one, which I think we'll talk about next, are the two reasons they brought this back, because people have been clamoring.
So it is very deliciously 90s.
It is completely 90s. Color scheme, cartoon feel.
But it just kind of looks like a coloring book to me.
It definitely does, like an unfinished coloring book, because with these, they're taking old jerseys and like putting a little twist on them, and these were alternates for the Ducks in 95, 96. They were mostly teal. Now they brought a white version out, which kind of makes the logo get lost, in my opinion. But
it does, and it makes it look more like a coloring book on a sheet of paper.
Yeah, it's a white duck with a white jersey and white, pads and all that stuff.
Just the stick and the teal triangle on the jersey is colored in.
Yep.
Oh, and its feet, I guess.
Which is weird, because they don't have yellow in their color scheme. Like, they have gold in their current color scheme, but they don't in the old school colors, which it kind of makes it stand out for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, it's interesting, but it is very deliciously 90s, and I want to see it on the ice, but
we might have to wait a while for that.
Unfortunately.
It's weird.
I was very iffy on these when I first saw them, but the more I look at it, it's like I feel like I am just looking at a hockey jersey from the 90s, and I guess that's what they were going for, so they did well.
Exactly. The one, I think, biggest issue, well, not an issue, but the biggest thing I see, the original, like the bottom stripe, if you want to call it a stripe, was white to imitate ice, and he's kind of bursting out of it. He's still kind of technically bursting out of ice, but the ice is teal instead, which is a little odd choice. Water. Yeah, I think they just should have just had him splash out of water instead of look like he's breaking out of ice when he's not on ice. I don't know, just a weird problem. Also, the nameplate is a little weird. It's a little curvy.
Yeah, the C looks weird on the front.
Yeah, you should see the name on the back. It's gonna be weird, man. But it's deliciously weird. Do
they have the nameplate on the pictures that NHL put on Twitter?
Anaheim might have it. If you look, luckily I follow all of the teams on there, so I can. Oops.
I mostly do. I tend to unfollow them when they piss me off while they're playing the Hawks.
That's fair.
Because I keep getting notifications. So, let's see here. Alright, I'm looking at their video that they released now.
They have a link.
Yes, teal.
There's more pictures. There are! If you click the link on this tweet underneath the video, there's a big picture, just the straight up back, and that is so 90s, I can't even. The color scheme reminds me of those old, like, cups you would get everywhere in the 90s.
Yes! Or, like, the old Taco Bells.
Yeah.
Oh, no! That font is horrible!
It says Ducks, but there's, like, a little tail coming off the D, which is weird.
No!
It's terrible in the best way possible, again. Like,
it's like papyrus gone wrong. Ugh.
So there's somebody intentionally wanted to make like a Comic Sans, but not Comic Sans. Like a grungier version of Comic Sans. That's what it looks like to me.
I was more on board with the jerseys until I saw the back. Oh, that's horrendous.
I can't wait to see those.
All right, Arizona. They're bringing back the Kachina.
I mean, they've had the Kachina. This is their alternate Kachina, which used to be green, which was, 98, I want to say?
Yes, 98 to 2003, according to sportslogos.net.
Great website. Give them a follow on Twitter. Check them out. Also, check out UniWatch, another cheap plug. But they decided to go purple this time, which...
I kind of like it.
I think the purple works better. It looks like the night sky, which is what they were trying to go for in the original. And, I mean, they already have the moon logo, which is already purple on their Kachina jerseys. So I think this one works a lot better than the old school one. Not a big fan of that logo. I've never liked the Kachina. My
Really?
Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm definitely in the minority because everyone I talk to loves them. But
I love it just because it's different.
It's different, but it doesn't look like a coyote. It looks like a fox, and that's.
I mean, you're right, but but I like it.
I mean, it's unique. I don't mind it as an alternate. Right, like currently, I don't really like their home uniforms. We're gonna do an NHL ranking or NHL uniform rankings later on, a different podcast. Spoiler alert: Arizona as a whole is pretty gosh darn low. So,
but this has to boost them up at least a little bit.
Perhaps.
With this new reverse retro.
I mean, this one's...
It's just...
I think this one is their best currently, but if it was one of their main jerseys, it would be garbage. As an alternate retro, I'm definitely on board.
Yeah, it's a really nice color purple. The only thing throwing me off is the bottom half. And I don't know, it's just cheesy to me to have the desert down there, but maybe I'm just so used to the boring NHL jerseys with just the stripes.
And again, these are from late 90s, early thousands. It smells and looks like late 90s, early thousands.
It does.
It looks actually more early 90s than late 90s, but I don't know.
With the whole bottom half imaging, it just kind of looks more like a ECHL jersey to me, but I dig it.
It looks like a specialty night AHL or ECHL jersey. Like, it's Desert Night, sponsored by...
Yep.
I don't know. What is there anything desert related? I don't know.
Sponsored by Cacti? I don't know.
Cacti the brand. I don't know. I would... Are we rating these at all? Like, at a...
I think once we do the jersey rankings that you had before, we'll throw these in there as well.
Deal. We can do that.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. On to Boston. It's just kind of boring to me. It looks like their typical jersey. It's just gold and has their logo.
Which, to be honest, makes it work more, if that's weird. Maybe not in this, I don't know,
I guess,
grouping.
but the two we've gone over already have, like, personality to them. The only personality this one has is the, interesting looking bear on their shoulder.
There's a name for that, and I forget what people call it, but it looks like I don't know. He looks like he's drugged out.
Yeah, it looks like I can't even say a bear on drugs. Like, somebody was on drugs and drew that.
It doesn't look like a bear. That's for sure.
No.
But
no.
Yeah, it's taking this from the 1976 black version, which is essentially what they're wearing now, just with a different shoulder.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
But they brought back that good old shoulder patch.
Oh man, it's so weird. I don't know. I like it as an alternate if you take the patches off, because those patches are.
I mean, it's fine.
awful.
It just seems there's not much different.
No, but
right.
again,
Sabres.
I was gonna say, as an alternate for Boston, I think it's fine. It's not too crazy. Yeah. You can't have every team have crazy.
Sure, you can make it fun. The NHL is the opposite of fun. We need fun.
I mean, that was the NFL until they brought celebrations back, but
yes, I was very happy that they did that.
Same. All right.
Yeah,
Buffalo.
But now we have Buffalo. So they took their red jerseys with the crossed swords that they wore in the early 2000s and gave it their new, not even new, but their current color scheme with the gold and the navy and the white.
It's not navy anymore. It's royal blue now.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
That's right.
They were navy and it didn't look good, and then they switched, and now it makes all the difference. These, the original black and red were a completely 180 turn when they switched to them, and fans didn't understand it, which I think is kind of hilarious. But of course, once you go away from something,
opposite of fun.
Yeah, once you go away from something, people start clamoring for it in 5 to 10 years, and we are about 10 years or 20 years from that, and people kind of wanted the look of that back. Yeah, and so they brought the design. That is the red that it was based off was an alternate. Their main one had the goat logo on it. It's
the Buffalo?
No. This is it's
a
buffalo that looks more like a goat than it does a buffalo.
Yep.
And then they had the shoulder patch, which was the 2 sabers in the circle, which is kind of what they use now, but they added an actual buffalo to it. And so the alternate had them switched, where the saber logo was on the front, and that's kind of where they took the inspiration from. The new color scheme looks nice. I think it would look better without the words buffalo at the bottom, but again,
yeah, that's what's really throwing me off, is that the buffalo at the bottom.
Which again, it would.
I get it. You're the Sabres.
I know why they did it, because they had it in the old school jersey, but you take that off, it looks like a much better jersey than it is.
Yeah, I think they should take off the buffalo and just put the Buffaslug on there, like, repeatedly going around the whole thing.
Like hurricane style with the flag?
Yes. Absolutely. Just fully sell out to the cheesiness of it all.
I hate the Buffaslug. It's the worst.
I fucking love the Buffaslug, okay? It's ridiculous, and I love it.
But solid jersey. I'm a fan of this. Yeah. Again, it's fine. You take the word font out of there, it's even better. But.
Yeah. Absolutely. On to Calgary. So they brought back their jerseys from 99 to 2006 and basically just changed the collar because Adidas, and that's what they do, and it's horrible. But I guess they also took off the bottom half, or the bottom third red.
Yeah, this jersey looks more like the old school Vancouver jerseys that they came out with last year.
It does. It does, kind of. The V.
It's red and yellow, which is what the Flying Skate logo was. And this is the Blasty jersey, which is
Blasty,
red and yellow.
Is that what it's called?
That's the horse's name. It's Blasty.
Oh my god. That's terrible.
Again, very cheesy. They wore them for a while, which is surprising.
They did. Yeah.
Like
6 years?
8 years.
Yeah. 8 years, my bad. Yep.
Math is hard.
Math is hard. It's a Monday.
But
I can't.
I think it looks cleaner. I think I do like it better than the original, but when Vancouver just brought back their Flying Skate jersey, which essentially looks identical to this, it's kind of a head scratcher.
It is a bit. I wish they would have done a little more with the collar instead of just blacking it out with the red stripe at the top. Maybe add the yellow or the gold, whatever they're calling this, as well.
I think they should have just made a yellow jersey. I don't think they've ever had a yellow jersey in Calgary. I know Nashville is supposed to be the only team with a yellow jersey.
Now Vegas has Nashville colored jerseys, so
and the Boston also has yellow jerseys now. Just talked about,
and Pittsburgh sometimes, but
I don't like Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Calgary did a pretty good job here. I like it. It kind of looks like a European jersey.
Yeah, it looks like Team Germany. To be honest with you, striping, and then the colors.
Yeah.
So I can see that. But yeah, it is better than a lot of the other ones on here, for sure.
It is. It's clean, sharp. Mm-hmm. I like it.
I do too.
The Carolina Hurricanes brought back the
Hartford Whalers.
Yeah. Whichever you prefer.
A lot of people don't know how to feel about that because they took the team from Hartford called the Whalers, who a lot of people say have the best logo of all time, which
I would agree. Maybe not of all time, but
it's definitely one of the best in all of history. Maybe not the best, but one of the best. And they stole him and took him to Carolina. And Hartford fans still feel spiteful.
Understandably so.
So a lot of people are like, I don't know why they should pay tribute to a team that technically isn't them, but it technically is them, and they're trying to.
It is them.
They're trying to win back fans from Hartford. Be like, hey, we didn't forget you guys.
Another team we have coming up did the same thing. So.
Exactly.
And the Dallas Stars still claim the North Stars as their own, so that's just how it works.
Which, again, may be put into question later on.
It's so stupid. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Looking at the jersey, I know Vancouver's blue and green now, but you can't think of blue and green and not think of the Whalers.
Exactly. It's just it's a nice color scheme, except in Vancouver.
Yeah. The gray is a weird choice. I know they had gray in their color scheme originally, and the Hurricanes used to also. They did take it out when they rebranded again. Not rebranded, but changed the jerseys up again. But I don't know. Just gray as a jersey I've never liked as jersey color. The Kings had one. It just
looks kind of dingy.
It looks like it was gone. It's gone through the laundry with like a bunch of blacks instead of whites, which... To compare it to the NFL, it reminds me of the Rams' new away jerseys, which aren't white, but bone-colored, which is stupid.
Ew.
And also Seattle has a bone-colored, I think it's just gray or something.
Do they really?
Yeah, and it just looks like they went through dirty laundry, and they just didn't really clean them. They just kind of put them in water and took them back out.
Gross.
This looks...
So now that Now that I'm looking at it more, the stripes are white, but the body of the jersey is gray.
Yeah.
So that's even weirder to me. At least keep it consistent.
I agree. It's also weird that they didn't, like, the bottom of the jersey, the bottom stripes of the torso are the Hurricane stripes from the current Hurricanes jersey, but colored for the Hartford Whalers. But the stripes on the arms are the Whalers stripes.
Yeah. So they took, like, a mishmash of the two.
Yeah, which a couple other teams did that, but it was just weird that they kind of took half and half of that and went with it. I heard they went with gray because both teams technically had, like, the Hurricanes and the Whalers both had gray in their color scheme, but it wasn't very prominent, so I don't know why.
Both also have white, so
yeah,
I don't know. But overall, in my opinion, you can't go wrong when you bring back the whale.
Exactly,
so.
I agree. They also brought back the whale on the shoulders, Pucky the whale on the shoulders.
Pucky. It's better than Blast or whatever
Blasty.
You said the Blasty, yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, but I mean, this logo's a little more cartoonish, but this looks like a 60s jersey, and that's 100% okay with me.
I like it. The next one is our good old Chicago Blackhawks.
Which, if you notice, they are shying away from showing the front of the jersey.
Because they went back to the old caricature of the Indian head.
Which they've been under a lot of scrutiny lately anyway, so I think they should have went with their current logo in the circle.
Yeah, or put the tomahawks on there, maybe?
That would have been nice.
It would have been different.
Yeah. So they're trying to bring back the barbershop pole jerseys.
I'm pissed off they didn't just do it.
I agree, because I think it would have looked...
I love the barbershop jerseys.
They have
personally.
A version on the Fanatics website. It's a Fanatics-only jersey.
They do, but Fanatics.
This does look cleaner, and I don't dislike it. It's a little more plain than I was expecting.
Yeah.
But I do like it.
It just kind of looks like a hoodie that they've been selling as merch forever, you know?
It doesn't help, but the guy in the picture was literally wearing a hoodie when he was showing it
This
off.
is true. It also kind of reminds me of the most recent Rangers outdoor jerseys.
Like the navy blue ones?
Because I feel like they had a similar look to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just totally making that up.
Well, no, I could see because the stripes on the sleeve kind of look like that, and it was pretty dark and navy.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking this up now because I feel like I'm going a little crazy.
Go for it. I'm also sad. I get they put 20 on there because it's 2020 right now, but it just reminds me of Sod, and now I get sad.
Sad about Sod?
I'm sad about sad.
Yeah, that's a whole different discussion.
Whole different podcast. That's a podcast on its own.
Are you not a Nikita Zadorov fan?
I mean, he's okay. He's not what we need right now, though.
I'm a big fan of Lindholm. I can't even make it up because I don't even remember what his name is. Is it Anton Lindholm and Andreas Lindholm? Whoever the hell came in that trade also?
I don't remember. He'll probably be in Rockford. It's fine.
I don't want him.
You're gonna get him regardless. Either on the Blackhawks or the Ice Hawks. Make up your mind.
Give me Gilbert back. I'm pissed off. Trading Sod, fine, but you traded away my Gilbert, and I'm pissed off about it.
And your Sod, and they just let your Crawford go. And you already talked about that. I saw that podcast is already out.
Yeah, I briefly touched on that one. I still haven't taken the time to fully process that yet. Just kind of ignoring it. But back to these jerseys. Yeah. It is plain. It's weird they went back to the old logo.
The Blackhawks typically go plain for their alternates. Their Winter Classic from a couple years ago they still wear is great. I love it.
The black one?
Yes. The black and white one.
Yeah.
But it's basic. It's still basic.
It's cursed. They never win while they wear it.
I think they won once.
I think they did this past season. They got one win.
I think they beat Ottawa.
But that's it.
But still, it's fine.
Well,
I don't care. I don't look into superstitions with jerseys unless I'm wearing them.
Yeah.
Which is
I'm just superstitious about everything hockey related.
I mean, that's
it's
fair.
ridiculous.
That's part about being a sports fan. They've had commercials about that.
Yeah, it's like what was it, Bud Light commercial? It's only weird if it doesn't work.
Yep.
I mean, hey. I wish they would have gone full on barber pole here instead of whatever they did.
I agree. Or at least, I don't know, add a couple more stripes. Like, you don't have to go 100% barbershop, but at least play up to it more. And they
at least have stripes on the body.
Yeah, I mean, they have one giant red one at the bottom, which reminds me of...
Yeah.
Nah, not really. I guess never mind. I was going to say it reminds me of the Washington Capitals Winter Classic, or Stadium Series they had a few years ago, but that was way thicker. But, I mean...
Do they even have shoulder patches from this?
Nope, it's plain. It's just like the...
Wow.
It's just like the black alternates, which looks clean, but I'm going to miss the Tomahawk being on there. I do like them. I do have one on the pipeline. I will be grabbing one next, I think in December, so next month at time of recording.
I'll probably get one when they're on sale. I'm not going to pay full price for this thing.
Oh, I'm definitely getting one cheaper than full price. I think full price on like NHL Shop is $180. I think I'm getting it for around $130. So. Okay,
there you go. Fanatics or Adidas?
It'll be an Adidas version. It'll be through Ben H Sports on eBay. Dude is a baller.
Nice.
But yeah, I
love a deal.
Yeah, as a Blackhawks fan, I like them, but they could have been better.
As a Blackhawks fan, I'm just gonna echo the feeling I have about the team in general and say, do better.
Same.
Next up, the Colorado Avalanche, which is the team I was referring to that threw back to their origins with the Quebec Nordiques.
I believe is the first time they've done that. I don't think they've won any Quebec stuff since they moved to Colorado.
Really?
I believe so. I don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. I know they've had. Mm-hmm. I know they've had their jerseys in the video games forever. Yeah. But I don't think they've actually won them as the Avalanche. So this should be fun.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
I do too. I've been a fan of the Avalanche colors because they're unique. Nobody else in the NHL has maroon and light blue.
Yeah.
They make it work, and this is no exception. This works flawlessly. I do wish it was a little more blue. I think.
Yeah.
Either the collar stripe color or the bottom stripe color could have been light blue, or maybe the I forget what they call those things.
Me too.
The things at the bottom.
It's eluding me right now.
The design at the bottom, they could have been blue, but
yeah,
you can't go wrong with the color scheme. You can't go wrong with old school Nordiques. I don't like the Igloo logo. Not gonna lie, but it's it's old school.
It's classic.
It's a 70s looking jersey, and you can't go wrong.
Yeah. Overall, it's just really solid. I think they did a good job. Much better than their Winter Classic jersey or Stadium Series, whatever the hell they played last year.
Yeah, I still want one of those, even though I don't really like them.
It's so bad. It's better than the Kings version, though.
It's definitely better than that. I think I like it more because like the collar, not the collar, but the colors pop more in that one than they do in their normal jerseys. I like their normal jerseys too, but
yeah,
I want the Stadium Series has been people have been finding them at like Ross Dress for Less's places for like $12, and I'm getting angry because all they have here are PK Subban Predators jerseys, which I also bought.
I mean, I would also buy one of those. I'm a PK fan.
It's a Fanatics one, but for $8, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
Exactly. But
next up, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets.
This one, I don't know how to feel. When I heard Columbus was...
I hate that logo. I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. People say that it's better than their current one. I disagree wholeheartedly.
It's
not. Just CP.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. The J is the hockey stick. Aha. But it looks like CJB instead.
Yeah. Columbus Jackets Blue.
Yes.
What?
The Jacket Blues. Oh god, not another Blues team. But
no.
They showcased the teaser images a few days ago, and I was really excited to see a red jersey, but I am very underwhelmed with this.
Yeah.
I think the white sleeves and the white stripe on the shoulders is really throwing me off.
They should have gone with the blue.
Agreed.
If anything.
This looks like it's trying to be the Capitals instead of the Blue Jackets.
Oh, I see it.
They have the 4 stars at the bottom, and I know this is based off an old jersey, but that had a little bit more flair to it, in my opinion. Or this, like, they're trying to take the old school Capitals jerseys and the current Capitals jerseys and merge them, but they're Columbus instead.
Yeah, but make it CBJ. Washington, but make it CBJ.
Exactly. Like, they sell the current font, which I think they've had that font forever. Which again is 20, which again reminds me of Sod, but whatever.
They should have gone with 21 because again, there's no way that they're playing in 2020. But
they
whatever.
Probably have had these since like during the lockdown.
Yeah,
like, nobody's
probably
wearing masks in the photos. I assume that they took them during lockdown. I find it hard to believe, knowing that a lot of people knew these were coming, and they've had info on these for a while. Like, people were talking about having these reverse retro jerseys. They didn't know what they were called, but having them back in like February before the lockout started. So I think a lot of people thought that when they were making these, that the 2020 season would start on time, or at least
that makes sense
earlier. So maybe that's why. Again, I don't know for sure, but there was info before the lockout started. So or the lockdown, I guess. But I don't know.
Whatever you want to call it.
I don't know. The white sleeves is what's throwing me off the most. I don't mind the stripe itself, but I think you got to swap the navy and the white.
Yeah, and color in the sea. Like, what? I don't know. Do better. Do better. That is on my do better list.
Fair.
All right.
Speaking of do better.
Okay.
The Dallas Stars.
Yes. What the hell is this?
I was so disappointed in these.
Talk about an unfinished coloring book. My God.
They took out the gold. They added silver instead, which, fine. They wanted to make it their current color scheme, which I think is way better than their old one. I love their redesign.
The new quote-unquote icy white color scheme.
Yeah.
According to sports logos.
Yeah. That is what they're calling it. But it's too white. It's washed out. Yeah, they need more color. They added silver to the logo instead of gold. It's the old school Dallas Stars logo. It just replaced gold with silver, and certain shots you can't even see that. So I don't understand. Like, you can't see the S in this picture on sportslogos.net on the end.
Right, and there's a weird gap in the star logo. Was that on the old one too? Because I can't tell.
What gap are you talking about?
On the top point there for the A, there's a weird gap.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that's on the old one.
I don't see it on the original.
They have a side-by-side view on here, and I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that they went back to the star design and the stripes. I expected that from the beginning, but they just...
Yeah, because it's classic, but you need the green at the bottom at least.
Yeah, like, people are going to see this and be like, what the hell? What happened?
Yeah.
Why didn't they finish the jersey? Ugh. A lot of these feel unfinished.
They do.
This one feels unfinished.
They're just like,
Anaheim feels unfinished. Blackhawks still feel a little unfinished. You're like, lockdown, just put what you have. Just put it on there.
Yeah. Don't actually finish designing the jersey, just whatever you completed so far, let's roll with it.
Yeah, I think adding green at the bottom, at least a little bit. Even if you add a couple more stripes and then have the rest of the bottom, like, those stripes are too thin to just have white, thin green, thin black, and then white. It's too much white. I don't know. And then the collar's also just white. I don't know. It feels unfinished to me. This is a big swing and a miss, as far as I'm concerned.
It is.
Which is
talk about swing and a miss. Detroit Red Wings.
This is the worst. I'm just gonna say it now. This is the worst reverse retro jersey.
God. What happened?
I don't know. Sportslogos.net thinks, I don't know if they might have insider knowledge, but they think that the 2017 Centennial Classic jersey was inspiration, which that jersey's phenomenal. That's one of my favorite jerseys from Detroit ever.
Yeah.
But
that
had silver and red. This one just has silver randomly as the stripes.
So bad.
Like, I have a hoodie from the Packers season last year that looks exactly the same as this, but better because it's the Packers and not the stupid Red Wings.
Blech. Gross. But talk about unfinished. It's like they just slapped the logo on there and called it a day.
And they're like, well, we don't do much with jerseys, so we're still not going to do much, but instead we're going to make things worse by just making things look plain. Even more plain.
At least add some red to the collar. Oh my god.
Or even silver, or make it just white and silver. That would look better.
Something.
I think just all white and silver, they could call that icy white instead, and it would be more believable than what Dallas did. But having red numbers and the red logo with just silver stripes makes zero sense to me.
Detroit is having a rough go of it lately.
Man, they get screwed in the draft lottery. They suck.
A horrible season.
Their team just refuses to do anything outside of the box that works. Like look at that Centennial Classic jersey. Tell me that's not a good looking jersey. You got the red, you got the silver stripe, but the silver stripe represents the Stanley Cups that they've won, which is fantastic. Maybe that's what they're doing with this one, but you couldn't tell. It's literally just, it's not even really silver. It's gray.
No, it's gray because it's not shiny. Yeah. At least it doesn't look like it in the photo.
This is definitely by far my least favorite jersey out of this group.
I think it probably best represents its current team.
Yes, that is 100% agreeable.
It's just like, we're here, but we're not doing anything.
So, if you judge them by representation, it's an A+. Yes, design-wise, it is 100%. An F-, if that's even possible, which I don't think it is. They have negative 5 points on that test.
Yeah, you get all of the points deducted for this, because,
it's not
that's
good.
Rough. Then next up we have the Edmonton Oilers, and it just looks like an Oilers jersey is all I can really say about it.
Well, I mean, okay, reverse retro, they swapped out the colors, which...
Yeah.
Again, basic, but I don't think it looks bad. I kind of like the orange.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks like, that's the Oilers jersey. I don't know.
Well, they were... A lot of people were speculating that the logo would also change the colors. They think the orange and the white would actually switch in the logo, which I saw a couple of concepts of it, and it didn't look very good. So I'm kind of happy they went with the normal logo. I think maybe they could have swapped the blue and the orange to go more with the orange, like they did with the stripes. But I don't know. It's.
Let's see. I'm looking up their.
In their current uniforms.
I looked up their current away jerseys, and it basically looks exactly the same. It's just the blue and the orange flipped on the shoulders.
Which, to me, I'm fine with.
I guess?
I mean, their main jersey is orange now, right? So I think this should actually be their normal away jersey, in my opinion.
That would make sense.
Instead of having...
But then again, it's just like, it's a normal jersey. There's nothing fun about it. Like, nothing different. Really.
You could have just called it a normal alternate or a normal fourth jersey instead of reverse retro, and I would have believed you too.
Yeah, same.
So.
It doesn't look like it's throwing back to anything. Like, they have the picture it was apparently inspired by from their 70s, 79 to 96 jersey, but what? It doesn't really look anything like that.
Yeah, it definitely looks more like just what they have currently. Which, again, it's fine, but as a reverse retro, it doesn't really hit the mark of the group. But it looks nice.
As a jersey, totally fine, looks great, but like you said, as a reverse retro, like, nothing exciting about it.
Exactly.
On to one of my favorites of the bunch, the Florida Panthers.
This one's nice. This one looks old school, which is fine. If it was a normal alternate, I don't think I would like it. I think it's too old school, but as a reverse retro or an old school jersey, I love it. It's fantastic in that sense.
I'm glad they brought the logo back because I hate their new one.
I don't hate their new one. I know a lot of people love this one, the old school one more, and I tend to agree. I think the current logo could be used well as an alternate logo instead of their main. This should always be their main.
I agree.
They have an alternate, which is like a modernized version of this logo, but they don't use it, which is unfortunate. I think the modernized one actually looks better than this one. It's cleaner. Okay. I'm more of a modern, like, clean look. This definitely looks like 90s logo, but the jersey is also 90s. I mean, as an old school jersey, as a retro jersey, it's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. And they took their new goldish colors and put it where the yellow was.
Yeah, I hated the yellow in the old school jerseys. So
the
gold definitely makes it look a heck of a lot better.
The gold is a lot better. Yeah. It looks like they colored the Panther more goldish too than the old yellow. Yes.
Never been a huge fan of their jerseys as it is, but their logo's always been a fan, and as an old school jersey, I'm a fan of this one.
Yeah, if I were to buy one, I can't even say that's not a Blackhawks jersey, because like I said, I would buy it on sale, but not at regular price. But I think I would go with Florida's. I just really like it.
The one that I would buy has yet to come up yet. It'll be coming soon.
We have the LA Kings up next, also going purple, like the Coyotes.
But they did it first. This is based off their 80s and 90s Gretzky era jerseys, which they brought back.
It is. But the one that they compared it to on here is their white jersey. They just went with their purple and yellow orange scheme. Orange scheme? Color scheme.
I mean, it's purple and yellow, not orange, but yeah.
Yeah. It's a Monday. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you sure you're not the one that's sick over there?
Who knows at this point?
But the Kings brought back their Gretzky era jerseys last year as a heritage jersey, and they have. Mm-hmm. We all know that their original color scheme was purple and yellow, or sorry, what was it? It's not royal blue, but it's like something blue or something. The forum blue. That's what it is. They call it forum blue, but it's it's purple. It's like the most. This is Vikings purple. This is Lakers. Yeah. Lakers purple, not forum.
It does look very Lakersy.
Yeah, which I mean, I guess is kind of the reason.
I mean, they're in LA, so it makes sense.
I mean, they used to have that originally when they became a team. I like it. I'm not a fan of the use of the white in the logo. I think it throws everything off.
It just kind of pops out at you, but not in a good way.
Yeah. Now, if they swap the colors on the stripes instead of white outline and yellow big stripe, and it was white big stripe and yellow outlines, it'd probably look better. Yeah. But having a white majority white logo on it, just I don't know, throws me off.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's connected to the jersey. It looks like they just stamped it over the top.
Exactly. I'm glad they went back to purple and yellow. I think they should, because I'm not a fan of their black, silver, and white anyway. I'm not a fan of black and silver as a color scheme exclusively anyway, so I hate the Raiders colors in uniforms.
Pretty boring.
It's boring. Yeah. Now, I think the Kings make it look okay with their current set, but they need some kind of color. They haven't had any color for a long time. So having the purple and yellow back is fine for me. I'm a fan as for an alternate.
I agree. I think a team needs to permanently bring purple into their color scheme.
Yeah, no NHL team has a permanent purple color scheme in there.
You need to mix it up a bit.
Yeah, and I mean nobody has a black and silver one either, but still.
Well, I think this one coming up is your favorite, eh? Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, this is one I want.
Blech.
I would.
Is it just because it looks like Packers colors? Gross.
I mean, kind of. I mean, I love that color. I love the color scheme anyway. Green and gold have always looked good together. I mean, yeah, it's a lot to do with the Packers. It's also funny that it's a Minnesota team with Packers colors because the Vikings hate the Packers. But I don't know. Even if
what came first, the North Stars or the Packers?
The Packers for sure. And Packers have been around for 100 years. I don't think the North Stars were around. I think they showed up in the 70s, maybe the 60s. So.
Yeah.
But I've always liked green and yellow as a color scheme as it was. So having... Even if I wasn't a Packer fan, I think I'd still like the Packers uniforms because of the colors. And...
No, it's pretty gross.
It's not. This is a beautiful looking uniform. I'm not a big fan of white uniforms, but this is so clean. And
I don't know. It's a nice throwback to the North Stars colors, but... I just don't like the color scheme, and maybe that comes from me being a Bears fan and always hating the Packers. It's just drilled into my brain. But yeah.
I don't know. If you're unbiased towards the Packers, I think everyone would like this jersey. I know one of our friends, Thompson, agrees with me. So
maybe that could totally be what it is. It's just the color scheme throwing me off. But I don't know. I don't like the Wild in general either. So
I grew attached to them when I won 3 straight Stanley Cups in NHL 16. I had a franchise mode, and made them a contender. But I like Zach Parise.
Oh,
so
there you go.
if I had the choice, if I had the money, I would want a Parise in this. But I won't have the money.
I don't like Parise because when he was with the Devils, I was a Devils fan, and now I am again. How about that? And when he became a free agent, he was like, my intention is to re-sign with the Devils. That's my number one goal. And then he just signs that huge-ass deal with Minnesota. So, fuck Zach Parise.
I mean, they threw money at him. You would have done the same thing.
Fuck Zach Parise. He was the captain of the team. You don't say that and then go somewhere else.
I mean, it's like, I want to go back to the Devils. Here's like $6 million more and they're going to give you a year. Never mind. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go make sure I'm good to go in Minnesota.
I get that, but don't say it's your number one priority and intention to re-sign with your team if you're not going to
Stan Bowman's number one priority in 2015 was to re-sign Saad, and he's traded him. So there you are.
I never said I liked Stan Bowman either. So
just saying. It's the Blackhawks, though. You got to love the Blackhawks.
Just because I love my team does not mean I love everything that my team does. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, I've been on the Fire Bowman trail since 2015, so...
I haven't. I've been more gracious with him, but now I'm fully aboard that train and maybe driving it, so... we'll see. But, I don't know. To me, I don't like the Minnesota jerseys, but I could just be totally biased. So what do you like about them?
I like the recolored logo. The striping pattern is unique enough. I mean, it definitely looks like the old North Stars jerseys, just with the recolored Wild jersey on there.
Which is interesting they got away with that, since it's technically Dallas.
Yeah, I don't think Dallas cares. Again, Dallas is like, yeah, that's where we came from, but we don't really associate ourselves with them anymore. Like, I mean...
I think it's pretty ridiculous that that's even a thing. It should belong to the city or the state that you come from. Like, I get it, because it's the same franchise, but at the same time, it's not.
I mean, the Winnipeg Jets, like, they had a Winnipeg Jets, but that's a different team now.
Yeah, the Jets were then the Coyotes, and then Atlanta went back to Winnipeg, the Jets, so it's all...
two different Winnipeg teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. The striping is great. I mean, I might be biased because I'm a Packers fan. I love the colors, but I love the color scheme anyway. Nobody else has green and yellow. I mean, the Packers do in football. The Athletics do in baseball. No team does in basketball. The Supersonics used to in Seattle, but they moved to OKC. And no team has it in the NHL. I don't know. It's a color scheme that I love.
I wonder if it's just so ingrained in us that it's the Packers that nobody else touches it.
It could be. I don't know if the Athletics were always green and yellow either. I assume they were, but I don't think they've been around as long as the Packers. Again, I could be wrong. I'm not a baseball fan, so I don't know the history as well. But I know green and yellow is associated with the Packers now, but for a long time it was associated with the North Stars, and I don't know. I think they look good. This is my number one. So.
Ugh. Fine. The Montreal Canadiens.
That's another good one.
I would agree. It's interesting that they flip-flopped the colors, but I like it.
I mean, that's the point of the reverse retro, right? Is to reverse the color schemes, essentially.
I mean, it depends on which team you ask.
Right. I mean, they didn't reverse anything in Dallas. They just went stupid. Or Detroit.
But that's very true.
I don't know. I actually like these better than their current red ones. I kind of wish they would just make blue their main color. I know the Rangers kind of own that.
That would be nice.
And it does kind of look like a weird Rangers jersey, but
it does a little now that you say that.
You put the Rangers logo on the front instead of the Canadiens one, and I'm
like,
it's a Rangers jersey.
Okay.
Yep. It's a Winter Classic, I think, right? It's like, no, it's Canadian. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Canadiens.
But
yeah, I like it. It sticks with their classic look, but it remixes it a little, which is the point, like you said.
I don't like how their away jersey looks nothing like their home jersey. It's like they have the stripes at the bottom, but they don't have anything in the middle, and the stripes on the aways are just blocks on the ends. I think they should have a white version of their homes, and this blue one just kind of confirms that. They just need to make them more... I mean, they're called uniforms, right? They should be more uniform in their uniforms and keep everything the same.
Right.
Blackhawks are a different story. I know theirs kind of is different, but it's in the same vein. Yeah. Like they still have the stripes. They just added a couple more essentially.
Yeah.
But I think they should make these blue ones full time. These are amazing.
I wonder what the pants are going to look like, because we don't get to see the pants for any of these. So that'll be interesting when they release those.
Yeah, I'm hoping they just keep them blue. I assume they'll keep them blue, so kind of have like a unitard look to them. But I'm okay with it.
Yeah,
it looks good on certain colors. And blue and red, you can never go wrong with blue and red, which is why I think it's the most used color scheme throughout American sports.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too.
I think they did a good job.
Not much else to say.
Nashville Predators.
Oh no! Right when they shouldn't have made this a reverse retro. They should have just made this reverse. They need a navy uniform in their lineup, and they don't.
Stop with the yellow.
They love them some yellow, don't they?
It's awful. You just look like mustard. They should have just completely thrown back to their inspiration jersey.
Yeah, I agree. It
would have looked
maybe
so
change
much better.
the shoulders to yellow with the silver outline to make it fit the reverse retro thing, but
yeah,
no, make it yellow. Make everything yellow. Just all yellow.
They're really buying into that yellow. It's even spread over to Vegas. Like I said, they're just spreading their disease everywhere. Hate Nashville.
Yeah.
So this jersey is definitely a no-go for me. If they would have made it the navy, I probably would have liked it.
I am in the same boat. And they brightened up the silver or gray, or maybe that's white on the shoulders.
Yeah.
Because it was like a shiny silver back in 98 when they first introduced these jerseys. And they had them for a long time.
98 to 2007.
Yeah, I mean, they had the same
9 years.
Weird silver color scheme in 2010. In my favorite, one of my favorite Blackhawk games of all time, Game 5. But I don't like the silver anyway, so I'm kind of glad they went to more of a silvery white.
I guess.
But it needs to be navy. I'm sick of the yellow.
Me too. Get rid of it. Throw it all in the garbage. Just throw Nashville in the garbage. Goodbye. Oh, my new favorite team, the New Jersey Devils. They went back to their Christmas colors.
Yeah, but they went more with the Christmas with the green, and I gotta tell you, we're back on track. We had 2 good ones and then a crappy one. We're back to a good one. This is beautiful. I love it. I love it so much. If I didn't already have a Devils jersey, this would be on my wait list.
I will probably be getting one with a Crawford nameplate.
The 0.
I can't.
Just take the one that guy has on and just flip the 2 upside down.
Yeah, just make it a 5. Yeah. At least he kept his number. Yeah. So
one thing I noticed that's a little odd, the logo is not centered in the middle. It is way towards the bottom stripes. Now, granted, the stripes might be too far up, but on the original one they had the same stripes and it looks fine. That logo is drooping, man. It looks like they taped it on and it just fell right before they took the photo and nobody noticed it. I didn't notice that before. No, I don't know.
I didn't notice it at first until you said that. Oh no, I can't unsee it now.
I'm sorry if I just enlightened everybody to something off. It makes this jersey look bad now. Oh no. I just ruined this jersey for me. Why did I have to notice that?
This is terrible. I need like a full front view because he's kind of angled in the photo.
Yeah, let's see if the Devils posted any pictures. Maybe they posted something better.
Maybe.
God, I hope so.
Oh my gosh, that's
New
horrific.
Jersey Devils. There's the video.
Devils.
They do.
Let's see.
They don't have a full.
It still looks. It
droopy.
Looks a little. It looks more centered when you see the whole jersey because the stripes are high, but
the stripes are high, but I think they're supposed to be.
They should have lowered the stripes.
Lower the stripes or bring the logo up higher. Because let's look at the other jerseys. Are they that low? Oh, I guess they are that low.
Oh no! What if they're all that way and we just ruined everything?
No,
Nashville's pretty
Minnesota's
high. No, the rest of them look normal.
The Devils screwed that up, man. That's bad. That's so bad.
What is happening? Why is it so
Why
low?
did I ruin that jersey? I love that jersey, and I ruined it. Oh, I got
because the original one is a lot closer to the collar.
I gotta check my White Devils jersey because I have the white Christmas one they came back with. Was it last year or 2 years ago? It's Taylor Hall, but I gotta.
I have a Taylor Hall jersey too because it was on sale.
Yeah, mine was too because it was Taylor Hall. It was like $60 and it was an Adidas. Yeah, if we go down to the next team, that one's fine.
Totally fine. Oh my god, Devils, what did you do? It was so good.
If they bring that up and center that in the green spot, it's an A+ jersey, but with the logo down so far, oh
my gosh.
I don't know. I can't believe I ruined that for myself and you and probably everybody, and I'm so sorry.
Everybody who's listening to this. It's been ruined. Oh no. Alright, I need to scroll past that. Let's move on to the Islanders.
Look at the Islanders, they have a round logo too, and it's fine. Come on. I know there's stripes farther down, but God. This is the team that did nothing. All they did was flip-flop their colors around, and that's it. And this is the laziest.
Yeah, they
didn't even make it, at least make an orange jersey. Like, it's just navy.
Right.
They just darkened the blue.
This is somehow even lazier than Detroit's. And I didn't think that was possible.
But it still looks better than Detroit's.
I mean, yes.
Oh man, this one's disappointing. They had the chance to bring back the Fisherman, which people have been clamoring for.
I was gonna say they should have gone back to the Fisherman.
They could have made it. I mean, they say that the inspiration was 78-95 when they won their 4 Stanley Cups in a row.
It looks nothing like it.
Their stripes are wrong. They took the current striping and just made it dark. It doesn't. I don't know. This does not fall under reverse retro.
Nothing like their inspiration.
They swapped the colors, but they got lazy. And
it's just Islanders.
Their alternate jersey they have currently, which is also still just blue with orange and white stripes, look more identical to the old school one than this.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell they were going for here.
I don't know.
Talk about lazy.
Lazy. I mean, it's not bad, but as a jersey, but as an alternate, it sucks. Like I wouldn't want to buy that if I was an Islanders fan.
Especially as a retro, go back to a different logo.
Go back to the Fisherman. If Anaheim can go back to the Wild Wing, you can go back to the Fisherman.
Exactly. And then we scroll down to the next one, which is the New York Rangers, and they switched up their logo. They went back to the old Lady Liberty.
Yeah, I like the Rangers. I like the Lady Liberty logo. I never liked the jersey design. This looks more like the Patriots, if I'm being honest.
It does. It's kind of boring.
It's very boring. Like, it's navy.
It looks like a long sleeve shirt that you could wear.
It looks like a practice jersey with Lady Liberty on it.
Oh, it does. It does.
Because all they have...
At least add something to the collar.
Nothing on the collar, nothing on the shoulders, apart from the Rangers' normal logo, which I think is a different version of the main Rangers logo. But at least the old one had red down the bottom. It was like white, silver, white, and then red. At least, or add some silver to it, like they used to have. It's in the logo. It could be on the jersey. This looks boring. It looks unfinished again. There's that word again. It's not bad, but it's not good. It's average.
Yeah, it's just meh.
It's a practice jersey with like reflective stripes on the side.
Yeah, they got one thing right by going back to the Lady Liberty, and then they did everything else wrong.
That logo's also very... This one looks better because there's no stripes on the bottom, but that one's also very low. It was low in the original, too,
it is.
So I guess it works for that, but...
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I was going to say maybe it depends on who's wearing it, but no, these are... I want to say 2 guys wearing these, because they had some with women modeling them.
Yeah.
But it looks like man hands, unless it's a lady with very manly hands.
Hey, in this day and age, who cares?
Yeah, so
middle of the pack.
1 step forward, 2 steps back. Blech. Ottawa!
They should have just brought these with their redesign that they made this year. Because
it's just...
I'll be honest, I didn't like the original Ottawa Senators. In fact, spoiler alert, they were ranked 31st in my list.
They were.
And they improved, but not by much. The Senators look...
I don't hate it, but...
Everyone loves that logo, that new logo. which is an old logo. I like their old logo. The one that they just got rid of.
Me too.
I didn't like the uniforms, but I like the logo better. This one looks old.
Yeah.
Which, again, for retro, it's fine. Totally fine. But as a modern team, I don't think they should have went back to this. I think they should have made a better version.
Yeah.
Or, and a lot of people hate the O because it's not a good logo, but their Centennial Classic jerseys were beautiful. They're one of my favorite jerseys of all time. And that's with the O. They could have just went back to the O and kept the O uniforms going, and I think people would have been fine. These aren't bad, but
I don't hate them,
good.
But I also don't love them.
Like
they're maybe like top half or middle of the pack in my rankings.
They're middle of the pack, probably. I mean, they're better than Detroit. They're better than Dallas.
Yes.
Better than the Islanders, but they're not much better than a lot of them on here. I'd say lower half.
Yeah. So. Just kind of meh. They also kind of look like a practice jersey.
Yeah, but that's their whole design now. The whole design looks like practice jerseys to me. So
that's true.
Also, there's no gold on the jersey, and it's heavily prominent in the logo. So I don't know. The logo just looks off.
They should have put it.
You know what these look like now that I'm looking at it? Since we unlocked the jersey last night in EASHL, they look like Team Canada, just with all the cool sublimation. They do, which is fine, but I'm not a big fan of those ones. I prefer the Team Canada from the World Cup of Hockey. Those are beautiful. Yeah. These are plain. I mean,
they do really look like Team Canada now that you
also, said that. You put the stripes down a little bit, and it's a red and black version of the Maple Leafs, because they have the big, thick stripe on the torso and the 2 stripes on the sleeves. Ottawa's just a whole bunch of identity crisis mode. They don't know what they want to be.
I mean, yeah, they have been for a hot minute now.
Yeah. I don't think they've ever...
Moving on.
That's fair.
Yeah. Philadelphia Flyers.
I'm a fan of these ones. I like the Flyers' identity anyway. Their logo was one of the best in the league. Black and orange. My dad doesn't like orange, but...
You can actually see the inspiration from their old jerseys that they had from 82 to 2001. They just flipped the... Is it black?
Yeah, the black and the white.
The black and the white. On the sleeves.
Which...
Yep.
I think this is what the reverse retro also was supposed to like. You had the weird ones like the Wild Wing, right? And the old school Dallas ones that they dropped the ball on. And these are another ones where like they used to be orange and black. Let's bring back the black prominently, because right now they're just orange and white with the black logo. And these look phenomenal. These are enough of a change to be like, okay, I can see what they did. It does look different, but it doesn't look bad.
Yeah,
and it looks good.
I really like it. It's like they took Dallas's idea but did it right.
Exactly. That's exactly what I would go with.
Yeah, I like it. Top half for sure.
And then we get back to the bottom half.
Oh, Pittsburgh! Pittsburgh, what are you doing?
They had an opportunity to go back to baby blue with this reverse retro stuff.
Did.
And they just went, let's make a white version of that black one that nobody liked.
Yeah, it's just... not horizontal, like diagonal Pittsburgh, and they made the black white and the white black.
Word fonts on hockey jerseys aren't good. I'm not a fan of the word fonts on Rangers jerseys. I know that's their thing, and I'll give that to them. They should be the only team that does it.
Pittsburgh is too long to have a diagonal word on your jersey. It's like wrapping around the whole body.
Yeah. I mean, it was worse on the old school one because like they weren't good with like placement and stuff.
True. It went up to like his shoulder.
Yeah, but I don't know. Pittsburgh's too long of a name. It's not nice looking.
It's terrible.
I'm not a fan of diagonal words anyway. As I said, the Rangers have it. I also don't like it.
It looks like a knockoff.
It looks like a Walmart jersey.
It does.
Or a Kohl's jersey.
It does. Yeah. Whichever one is worse, that's what it looks like.
I'm not a fan of Pittsburgh's uniforms anyway. I like the color scheme better because I didn't like the Vegas gold color that they had, but this isn't better. This is, again, not in the right direction.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't know if it's just the way that the light is hitting it, but in this picture, it looks like the letters are two different colors. It's probably just the way the light's hitting it, but
one of the T's is like pointing the other way, and
yeah,
UR is pointing the other way. Yeah, which is what you get.
Do better.
Rangers looks that way too. So
yeah, which is what happens when your name is too damn long and you put it diagonally in letters. Yep. San Jose.
Now here's gray that I understand. Right, this was prominent in their old school jerseys. It was on the sleeves. They essentially swapped a few different colors, right? Like they rearranged all the colors, and they got rid of the stupid like armpit stripe, which
I was gonna say I wish they brought it back.
I don't like armpit stripes. That looks too.
I don't.
It looks
either,
too Reebok
but for this
me.
jersey. That's fair, but I prefer Reebok to Adidas. So
Reebok Edge jerseys ruined so many jerseys that Adidas fixed. Buffalo had the random,
that's fair,
very thin stripes going up. Calgary had the same thing. St. Louis had the same thing. Washington Capitals still had
collars.
I like the collars. I'm a fan of the design. A lot of people hate them.
Even the Blackhawks ones?
The Blackhawks would be better if it was a white collar all the way with the black top.
The damn toilet seat they have around their neck. It looked better once they thinned it out, but those first ones.
I think they should just. I think their collar should have been all white. I don't. Only certain teams can pull it off. I don't. I would actually say that when they thinned it out, it looks worse. I don't like the really thin black. If they'd have made the whole thing white, it would have been fine. I'm a fan of the Adidas collars. A lot of people hated them at the beginning. People didn't know they were coming, but like those are the same collars they wore in the World Cup of Hockey, which was 2016, which was 2 years before they took over. Like, it was coming. The writing was on the wall. People were like, whoa.
I don't mind them on some jerseys, but I don't know. The Blackhawks ones,
they missed on the Blackhawks ones. Jerseys that are designed for the collars look fine. But, yeah.
But for this San Jose jersey, I kind of wish they would have brought the armpit back. Because it just looks kind of plain to me. I don't know.
I think the sleeves, the stripes... The sleeve stripes, if I can get words out today, look.
Nope, it's a Monday.
Well, it's technically my weekend, but it's my Saturday. I think the sleeve stripes look unique enough on their own where you don't need the armpit stain stripe.
That's fair. They did do a good job with the sleeves, but the body is just kind of meh to me. I don't know. Maybe if they would have added another stripe at the bottom, I wouldn't feel that way.
And this is also a team I can't hate on for having a gray jersey. I know I hated on who was it? Who else was the Whalers one? Because like it wasn't prominent. In this jersey, it's prominent. And also, I made some redesigns, some concepts myself, and I made a gray Sharks jersey. Because great white sharks are actually gray. So I was like, oh, great white shark. And so this kind of, I'm not going to say credit for it, but it reminds me of the one that I made.
They stole your design.
Better than that, but whatever.
Yeah, I think when they took these photos with the models, they shouldn't have had them wearing hoodies underneath, because a lot of these, all I can see is they look like merch
Yeah, they
hoodies.
should have grabbed some players, even if it was just a random hockey player guy, like a beer league guy.
Yeah, just put some shoulder pads on them.
Put them in official, like, I mean, just put them on the whole uniforms. Like,
they do it for every single jersey release. Like, the one I can think of most recently is the Hurricanes, and they had that. So
I mean, these are cash grabs. I mean, that's exactly what these are anyway. So, I mean, it's fine. That's what they're doing. But I want to see the full uniform.
All I could see is hoodie.
But, I mean, I don't hate this uniform. It's not my favorite. I think it's in top half. But
yeah, I don't hate it either.
The middle.
Mostly because of the sleeves.
Yeah.
But the body doesn't really do it for me.
That's fair. It's one stripe at the bottom. That's it. That's fair.
Yeah. You must like these next ones coming up. St. Louis Blues.
Or should we call them the St. Louis Reds?
Yeah, they switched it.
Yeah, I mean...
Which, again, they kind of did it right.
This is another one where it's like, okay, reverse retro, let's switch the colors. And that's exactly what they did. And it looks... I like the blue one. I didn't like them at first. When I first saw them, I thought they were dumb, but they grew on me.
Yeah. I was never a fan of this color scheme, but it is what it is.
The color scheme is not great.
If they were going to throw back to this style, they did it right.
This is in, I would say, top half for sure. This is maybe top 10 for me. I haven't actually ranked them yet.
I think they actually made that old one look better because that old collar is rough.
Yeah, this is one where I think the Adidas collar works better for an old school jersey because it's supposed to be thick, where the old school ones they weren't supposed to be. They were supposed to be thin, and then it was thick. But I don't know, red's my favorite color as it is anyway. And red and blue always works. And then they threw in yellow, which is a blue staple.
Yellow is interesting.
I mean, at first glance, it looks weird. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was weird when I first saw it too. But it grows on you. It grew on me. I think the Blues have the third best logo, fourth best logo in the league.
I saw somebody on Twitter take this new design and take the Blues logo off and put the McDonald's arches on it, and I died.
Somebody sent me the Minnesota Wild one that we talked about earlier and put the Subway logo on it too. So.
Oh my god. I could totally see it. Maybe that's what was throwing me off.
Maybe that's what they're planning on. They're talking about bringing ads into NHL jerseys, so maybe they're just planning ahead with these.
Probably.
McDonald's St. Louis Blues.
COVID's been rough for everybody. That's how we're gonna get how we're gonna get ads on the jerseys.
Probably coming in a year or so. I wouldn't doubt that.
I hate it. We're gonna look like European jerseys pretty soon, where you can't even tell what the team is. It's just all ads.
I hate European jerseys. And like they put the ad on with a nameplate usually is, so they have to put the name underneath the number. It's like, what are you doing? Don't do that.
That's the worst.
That's so stupid.
That's the worst. Yep. Terrible.
You're reigning, defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay. They didn't do much with this. So they took their old. What were they? Were they black or navy? I can't really tell from
These are the jerseys they were wearing when they won the Stanley Cup in 2004.
Yeah.
Which was a lockout year right after, and now we're waiting for another year. A coincidence?
Yeah.
They just can't win a Stanley Cup.
I mean, yeah, I like it, I guess, but
as a retro jersey, I like it. I mean, it's again, they just swapped the black and the.
It doesn't scream retro to me.
When you see it side by side, it does. The logo looks a little 90s.
Yeah,
it looks very 90s, and that's fine. I think the numbers could have been down a little further. Yeah. They look a little too high, with no real stripes in around the elbows. But I don't know. I don't hate them as a retro jersey, as the reverse retro jersey. It's good. It's more towards the middle.
It's fine.
I wasn't a big fan of those jerseys anyway. I think I like their just blue and white, which I mean Toronto has it too, so it's fine. But people have been clamoring for a black jersey. I thought they would bring this one back instead of the weird silvery one we got a couple years ago. But I mean, this one doesn't look bad. But it's
fine. As a jersey, it's fine.
Agreed.
Yeah. Toronto.
This one, I don't know how to feel about this one.
They took their jerseys they wore from 1970 to 1992 and lightened the color. I wish they would have gone back to the complete white maple leaf logo on it.
Did you notice that the stripes are not white, that they're gray?
Oh, boy. I didn't. Now
randomly decided to go silvery gray instead of white.
Why?
Maybe they took a page out of Detroit, which would be stupid. I know that's who they played in the Centennial Classic, and maybe that's what the plan is for them to play off against each other in these jerseys, which I guess, but we've seen that already.
Sure. Yeah, so they took their 1967 logo. Are they trying to put some cup magic into their jerseys? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the blue on blue doesn't work. The white on white for the Stadium Series only worked because most of the uniform was white. It made sense.
Yeah.
But I doubt they're going to have mostly, I mean, I guess they probably will have mostly blue, but
this just doesn't look good. They took one of the worst jerseys that they had and brought it back.
Yeah, this looks like the old school Marley's jersey from the AHL.
Yeah, just the huge, I guess, gray stripe now down the sleeve. It's bad.
It's bottom half for sure.
And the bottom stripe is way too thick.
It might, I don't know. I haven't seen a side view. Let's see if I can. Oh, hello, New Jersey Slump logo. I'm gonna go to Twitter and see if they have more pictures.
Yeah, because this right now is just not good.
I want to say, oh, the numbers are blue too on the back. What are you doing?
Oh, no.
I mean, it's got like a white outline, gray outline, but I can't tell if the bottom stripe is the same width as the sleeve stripe, and it's bothering me. They don't have any good...
I don't think it is, but I could be wrong.
Just noticing how the 20 is, it could be, but like there's no good pictures that show it. And that Toronto, and that name font is super thick.
It's real bad.
Thick. I don't know. This is a miss.
Yeah, swing and a miss from the Toronto Maple Leafs here. Yeah. Ugh. Vancouver Canucks.
This one's also in the pipeline.
They sold out to the blue and green. They have like a gradient thing going on here. Oh, I guess they had it in their old jersey. Okay, did. I get it now. I get it.
This is, if I was to get one Vancouver jersey, this was it. And this is...
I like it.
This is waiting for me as soon as Ben H Sports gets them in stock. This one's coming home.
I definitely like the blue and green better than their old red and blue.
I 100% agree. I think they should have a mostly green jersey anyway. I think this is as close as we're going to get to it.
Unfortunately, because they have a really nice green.
Yeah, they do. It's not... It kind of looks like Dallas's green.
But it's not as light.
Yeah.
It kind of has more depth to it, if that makes sense.
Teal is to blue, what this green is to normal green. I'm going to say that. It's like a bluey green, almost.
Yeah,
like totally a dark sea green, almost, but darker.
Mm-hmm.
More green.
I like it.
I do too. I think they should have a predominantly green jersey anyway, as I said, and I think it's as close as we're going to get. And I do notice that their blue is a little darker blue than their normal blue. But I think it works for this. This is the top 5 in my opinion, and it's one.
I'm glad they didn't bring back the colored tail for the whale.
The white tail it's supposed to be breaking out of ice, and ice ain't blue. Ice is white. We all know that. Technically, it's clear, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I think the Canucks did a good job.
My end goal is to get 32 of 32 teams, a jersey from every 32 team, and I just got my Vancouver one. That's the winner.
There you go. Vegas Golden Knights.
I saw a leak of this. I don't like this one.
It's bad.
I like that they're using their secondary logo on the front, and I
so they're throwing back to the Las Vegas Thunder from 93 to 98.
Which apparently is a women's hockey team, which is cool.
Apparently.
The old International Hockey League, apparently, is where that was from.
I don't understand the red.
I mean, it's like their third or fourth color in their color scheme. People wanted the gold jersey to be red for some reason.
Ugh. I mean, it would have been better than the gold.
I like the gold.
It just looks like a Nashville jersey. I think they should have gone with white, since they're showing this side-by-side picture of the old white Thunder jersey.
Or black, with like red accents and the gold and the gray.
Yeah.
Red is...
I just don't like
a weird choice
I don't like the red.
For Vegas. Like, I love red, but as the Vegas Golden Knights, like, say what you want about the golden jerseys, like, they're the Golden Knights. They should have a gold jersey.
Right.
Like, I mean, I like it, but like, it makes sense. Red doesn't make any sense for Vegas.
If it didn't look so Nashville-y, I'd be fine with it. It just looks like a Nashville jersey.
You must not have seen the sparklies on it then, eh?
I'll have to look again. But yeah, you think red, it's like Ottawa, Calgary, Blackhawks, not Vegas.
You say Blackhawks, people would think black, so. But
I guess, but they've been around for so long, so historically you would think
I do like
red.
the minimal red they have on their normal jerseys. I think it's minimal enough to work, where this is just too much red.
this is just in your face red. I don't know. I don't like it. I like the design. I like the logo, like you said.
I like the idea of it, but
I
think it was... This is the first Vegas jersey
the
I don't
execution.
like.
Really?
Because I like the gold one, I like the gray one, and I like the white one.
They've been around for so long. You've had so many to choose from, though.
Out of all 4.
Yeah. Capitals are up next. This is not agreeing with my eyes. This is not symmetrical in the slightest.
The color scheme is way better than their original. The blue and poop gold is not working for me.
Yeah.
I know our buddy Connor really loves this design. I don't like that it's not symmetrical.
No. I do like the red. I hate the capitals on the bottom.
It's another 90s thing, another 90s inspiration thing. I mean,
not being symmetrical is horrible.
It definitely looks 90s. I mean, that's when they started going out of the box with these. It's when the Wild Wing jersey was there. It's when that's when Anaheim was the Mighty Ducks still, like they were going out of the box, so to speak. And
I just feel like I have to tilt sideways to watch them play. Maybe I won't watch the game where they wear these, because I'll just be like laying sideways on the floor.
Again, as a reverse retro, I like it. Like they took their normal colors and applied it to their first ever. I believe they wore these originally as their first jerseys too. It says 95 to 2000, so maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a reverse retro, it's fine. It's towards the middle for me. Being not symmetrical bugs the ever living daylight out of me.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Being a reverse retro, good as just a jersey.
It does match the logo, because the logo is kind of slanted like that too. So I mean,
it does.
It's symmetrical with the logo, but it's not symmetrical with the jersey.
That's what kind of makes me tilt sideways, though, because it's like gigantic. Everything on the jersey.
That's a big logo.
It's huge.
Like it's
huge. I want to see it with gear on. I feel like if somebody buys it to wear it,
all of these
it's going to look weird.
Uniforms would be better with full uniforms, bar none.
Which I guess is good, because they'll be wearing it, but they want people to buy them, and people don't just walk around with hockey gear on. Yeah. So I don't know.
People give the Hurricanes crap for their giant alternate logo on their third jerseys, on the black ones, but I think it looks just as bad. I love those jerseys.
I don't want to hear any slander.
No. I'm just saying people are like, I like the jersey, but their logo's too big. It's like, not really. Yeah. This one's too big too. It looks like it fits the entire jersey, and I don't know.
Yeah. This next one I don't really understand. The Winnipeg Jets last jersey. Retro reverse. Yes. There's no red on it.
0. I mean, it's their current color scheme, I guess, technically. With the navy and the light blue. And
do they have that dark heather gray color?
They don't have heather gray. They do have a little bit of silver in the logo, but they don't have it on the jersey. I don't understand the gray.
I don't understand the gray either.
I love the crest.
Yes.
But the logo is a big miss for me.
This is one where it would make sense to go with red, not Vegas.
Yeah.
Because they had red in the original jersey.
I mean, that was the original color scheme, was blue and red and white.
Yeah.
And it would have made sense. Even if you make this just white with red, I mean, I guess I would make it... I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to say there.
If you did the white jersey with red stripes on the arms and then put the blue in where the white stripes are, I don't know. Something. Because this just looks like... it reminds me of the Islanders jersey, like the blacked out Islanders jersey that they have.
Yeah, which I hated. One. It was just black and white.
That's what this reminds me of.
The logo is just too dark for a gray jersey. Like, that was the one knock I had for their Heritage Classic jerseys they wore, I think last year or the year before, was they had a navy blue logo on a navy blue jersey, and it got lost. Where here, it's like a navy blue jersey on a super... Even if it was lighter gray, like a silvery gray, would probably look better. That gray is too dark.
Just this dark heather and navy blue. They should have at least kept the red in the logo instead of changing it to the blue.
Or make the navy blue on the outside light blue. Or something. I don't know. It's too dark. It's too dark of a jersey.
Yeah, I don't like it
either. That's more than bottom half. That's
it
bottom
doesn't make
10.
sense to me. Yeah, they had a good idea, but the execution is horrible.
It's way off.
Yeah. So that wraps up the jersey list. It's going to be really interesting to see these on the ice. I think maybe we'll have a better judge for how
they usually
good
look better on the ice.
Them in action.
Those black and gray Tampa Bay jerseys look better on the ice. But I don't know.
Going back to the Ice Hogs, the gray pig jerseys look better on the ice.
Yeah.
I did not like those when they first released them.
My dad hates them. I have one and he hates them. So
it just looks like a sign for a barn. I don't know, but it's weird.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be interesting to see what these jerseys look like in action.
Agreed. Well, we might have to wait 3 to 5 to 10 months for that to happen. But
yeah, because who knows when they're actually going to wear them once the season starts. They say they're still aiming for a January 1 start. I don't see it happening.
It's going to be February, I think. I think they're going to start after the Super Bowl, like a week or two after the Super Bowl.
It just makes sense, right? You don't want to compete with
especially
football.
During playoffs, especially with the Super Bowl coming out.
Exactly. And you're just starting your season. Just wait till after the Super Bowl. That's when the AHL is going to start. Yeah. Just do it all at the same time.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But now that we have all of these gone through, we'll have to come back with another episode with our actual jersey rankings.
Yeah, I'm going to have to redo those. Hopefully.
Yeah, since now we have some new jerseys.
There's a website, NHLuniforms.com I was using. Hopefully they're working on them now, and so they can put them in with the same design, so I don't have to change much.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
That would be nice. But we'll do it whenever they get all that finished.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's still a couple alternates that have yet to be released.
Sweet.
I'm not positive on that because I know Vegas came out with theirs. Ottawa has their rebrand. I think another team just came out with another alternate. I can't remember. Oh, Dallas has their alternate, which I also want. Those
I think there was another team that was doing one, but I can't remember who.
Those Dallas neon green alternates are way better than their reverse retro jerseys.
Oh, I love it.
Just black and neon green.
Some people don't like it, but I love it.
If you're in a black light, that thing pops, man. I can't. I want one. I gotta wait for them to be on sale, though.
Absolutely. I enjoy it. But thanks for joining me to go through this list of new jerseys that we have.
It was fun. It was kind of a spur of the moment. We've been planning on some other podcasts, and we did this one first because we wanted to make this one, we can do uniform rankings whenever. We can do...
Exactly.
I don't remember what the other one we were going to do anymore.
Your list of favorite games.
Oh, right. Yeah, we do that one anytime because that's more of a dynasty thing.
But this one was more timely.
Yeah, we want to get this one out immediately because they just came out. So
yes.
Thanks for inviting me. I had a lot of fun.
Of course, I'm glad, and we will record those other ones hopefully fairly soon so we can get those
and hopefully in person because we're on Skype right now.
Yeah, right.
There's been some lag issues, but
a little bit.
But we couldn't be together because of the pandemic. So
woohoo! Just that little global pandemic thing we have going on.
You might have heard about it, maybe not. I don't know. It's nothing.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, somebody said that they single-handedly fixed it. So
right. That person.
Yeah. That's a whole different podcast channel.
Oh, it sure is. Yes, absolutely. But thank you all for tuning in. If you liked this episode and want to hear more, head on over to iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast and subscribe. Give us a rating. Tell John you love him. And we will catch y'all next time.
Make sure you check out ZB&J Podcast on Facebook.
Yes, and make sure you upload more episodes.
I'm trying.
I can't even call you out because I've been just as bad about it.
You've been better than me still.
It's fine. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Bye. Thank you all for watching. Please hit that subscribe button to catch more From Center Ice content. If you could, hit the like button on this video, maybe share it with a friend or two. And while you're here, check out the podcast playlist and catch up on some old episodes. We will catch y'all next time. Bye!